Welcome back to the next question in the sharpening skill series. So today we will solve the number mirror question. So here the problem statement basically states write a program that accepts a number n and output the same. So this is very basic program. We have to take the input and just output. So let's go to the submit. And for this question we will directly print our code here. So we can also create a single liner code for this question, but for understanding purpose I will use some variables. So let's take I as a variable and store the value of input, and then in the next line we can print I. So let's submit. So you got a correct answer, and the single liner would be directly printing the input. So input and then submit. So you can make only submission in 30 seconds. So we have to wait for 30 seconds. So this technique is used to save the server space, as many programmers program on this code chef, and while in the challenges many people try continuously after some seconds, so the server gets full and it can't respond to the various other programmers. So they have used these small techniques to save server memories. So now let's submit. So this also gave us correct answer. So let's go to next question. So let's take the sum of digits. So here you are given an integer n. Write a program to calculate the sum of all the digits of n. So we will be in input we will be given an integer t, which will be the total number of test case, and then n lines t lines, and each containing an integer n. So 3 test cases, 3 lines, 3 n values, and then we have to print out the sum. So let's go to submit. So first of all we will take a variable t and save the number of test cases. We will convert it into the int for calculation purpose, and then a loop will run through t. So for I in range t, we will take input n, as we will get t times the integer n. So we will convert it into the integer and take the input and store the value in the variable n, and then we have to sum the digits. So I will be converting this n value into a string and then loop through each value using the loop function, and then convert it into the integer and then add. So this would be an easy method. So let's take this input directly. So it will be in a string format, and then for I in n, or for less confusion let's convert this into underscore, as we will be not using that in our for loop. So for I in n, so we will get each digit now in the variable I as a string. So first of all we will convert it into integer I, and then add to a variable sum plus equals int. So we have to initialize this sum equal to 0, and then each time next digit will come it will be converted into integer and then added to the sum, and after that print sum. So let's try this. Let's first run using this test case whether we are getting correct or not. So we are getting 15, 24 and 32. So this 15 is added to this, means we have to, so here we have got an issue that we are taking the sum value as it is. So here 15 is taken to the next loop 2. We are not we are not clearing the value of sum, so we have to take this inside our for loop, so that for each iteration the sum value again will become 0 and start with 0. Here the 15 value is taken to the next value, so here the next value is 9, so 9 plus 15 gives us 24, so here we are getting 24. So we are taken sum in the loop, so that for each iteration of the test case, for each test case the sum will be 0. When we declared here, it was a global variable, here it is a local variable inside this for loop. So for each change in loop, the sum will again be initialized to 0. So let's run this. Now you will get an correct output 15, 9 and 8. So let's submit this. So we got an correct answer. Time 0.02 second and solution. This is all that basic. So let's move on to next question. So find remainder. So let's go to the submit, and the question states that write a program to find remainder when an integer a is divided by b. So we will get in test case t, integer t, which will be number of test cases, and then a and b. We have to check, basically check a mod b equal to 0. Sorry, we have to print the remainder, so we have to print the value of a mod b. So in output for each test case, find the remainder means a mod b, and then display it in a new line. So here also code is basically given, you can check this out, links will be provided in the description of this question, just check this out and go through it. So we have to complete here. So a and b are given, just a mod b is our answer, because we have to check the remainder. If we submit, so here they said that complete the line below, compute the answer. So we have to get the remainder, and for remainder we know the operation is modulus. A mod b gives us the modulus. So we are getting here an error that raw input is not defined. So we will, so as we are using Python 3, I think so raw input is not supported. Let us try this again and rechange this. Let's run this in the local and check. So here also raw input is left. We'll take direct input. So now we are getting the correct answer as shown in the find remainder. So let's submit this. So there was an issue with the raw input. So as we see, as we have shown in the previous videos, that CodeChef will take inputs in the, so it is preferred to take inputs in the input instead of raw input, because there are some issues, I think so. So that's all. So just change this to raw inputs, and then for remainder, you know, modulus is the operator, so it printed the answer. So that's all for this video. Let's meet in our next video.